89.3 and 88.5 Yes FM. Online at www.yeshome.com. Now on the free Yes FM iTunes app and the Yes FM Android app, or the free TuneIn Radio app. Search Yes FM Lima.
On the phone line, we have Derek of Family Force 5. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
We're doing well. How are you, sir?
I am enthused to hear such cool music while I was online here. That is awesome. Y'all are playing Derek Meyer. I'm a fan.
Awesome. Very good. Well, you guys know Derek as Chapstick from Family Force 5. And speaking of music, you guys up to your eyeballs on the new album coming out this coming Tuesday.
That's right. Yeah. It's about time. We're so excited. You know, you finish these things up and you're just like, I want people to hear it. So we're chomping at the bit. I thank you very much for mentioning it.
Yeah, absolutely. Time Stands Still. So let's delve into the record. As far as Time Stands Still, how did you guys come up with the name of Time Stands Still? Is that like a recurring theme throughout some of your songs, or how do you guys come up with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a song on the record that all of us in the band are very excited about. But B, I think a message that is very relevant, you know, just kind of talking and exploring the concept of, you know, there's Chronos and Kairos, meaning chronological time, or Kairos being God's time, and just kind of that feeling where with God, you know, one day is like 1,000 years, and how time does seem like it stands still, and we just had kind of a heavy couple years with life changes for all of us, whether it's family dynamics or even a lineup change in the band, or career things that are going on, or moves across the country for several of us, and just different things where we look back and, you know, you have these life-changing moments every now and again, and it feels like time is standing still, and we just thought it was a very profound concept to kind of explore and throw out there, and it felt epic as well, and kind of summed up some of the sounds of the record, I think.
I like, we were reading some of the stuff that they sent us. Rick Hoganson sent us a bunch of stuff as far as information on the album coming up and some of the things that you guys have got cooked up promoting it. But there was a quote from Crouton, which is the new lead singer, or you guys know him as Jacob, where he says that a lot of the songs on the new album step outside of the box from the way faith-based artists have traditionally sounded and worked. I mean, that's his quote, but, you know, you having been with him since day one of this, you know, can you expand upon that, or maybe even your thoughts on what he had to say there?
Sure. Well, Family Force 5 is a unique band. We're definitely, even the fact that call us Chapstick and Crouton and Nay Daddy and Fatty and Hollywood, you know, I mean, it's a really fun band with, we always look a little different, we sound a little different, we feel kind of out of place at times, and sometimes just exactly at home. But I think what he really alluded to with that is that we just felt very called to reach maybe a demographic or a group of people that are often not always reached by faith-based bands. And, you know, we're often playing in places that a lot of the Christian bands wouldn't go, and on tours that a lot of the Christian bands might not necessarily be on. And you know, our music finds itself in certain venues or arenas or places or even restaurants that you wouldn't necessarily find your average Christian band. And so I think that maybe kind of the concept that Jacob was hinting at in that statement, and it's very true. You know, we've tried to be authentically sincere to where our hearts lie, and trying to feed someone who's trying to maybe grow or connect deeper on a spiritual level, but also someone who maybe isn't comfortable there and isn't familiar with growing up in the church. And we just want this band to kind of stretch beyond the walls, if that makes sense, I think.
I think so. And do you feel that comes through on this album as far as, you know, the collection of songs that you guys have put together? I mean, obviously you're talking about time and, you know, and how that works, especially with a lot of the stuff that you guys have had going on in the last couple of years. But, I mean, do you feel that coming through as far as, like, how you put this record together, too, as far as, like, you know, who you guys are trying to reach or feed?
I mean, I think so. When we make music, I don't want to, make the mistake of sounding like I'm contradicting myself, but a lot of it is feel. We do what feels right and feels natural and feels genuine to us. And I think this record will hopefully connect with a lot of different types of people, and that's one of the things that's made Family Force 5 so unique over the years. Is I love looking out at our shows and seeing grandmas and 5-year-olds dancing at the same time as some kid with tattoos that's wearing a black T-shirt and the most clean-cut, preppy private school kid in the world, too. And they're all just having a great time and transcending any barriers that we often put up. And it's really an honor and a privilege for us that we've gotten to play Warped Tour and AP Tour and, with some of my favorite metal bands when I was a kid growing up listening to. And then at the same time, a few days later, going and playing with Mercy Me and David Crowder Band and just getting this really unique experience, and I think Time Stands Still really continues that tradition for Family Force 5.
I would have to say I agree, just hearing some of the music that I have heard off of it. I mean, because you've got songs on there like, Let It Be Love and Glow in the Dark that are a little bit more, they delve in a little bit more as far as what you guys are trying to say. And then you have fun things like BZRK and Sweep the Leg, that are just fun songs, just have a good time songs and stuff like that. There's that dichotomy there. And would you say that that's on purpose?
Sure. Yeah. I think there's like a very deep theological message to Sweep the Leg, but no, it's basically a song inspired by Karate Kid, which is a movie that we all love. So yes, there's a very playful side. It's very tongue-in-cheek a lot of times and very silly. But as you mentioned, we have these moments on songs like Let It Be Love or Walk on Water or When Everything's Changing, when we have grown up and matured a little bit. We like to think, at least. And, with age and, as I mentioned, some of the, I guess, to key you in on some of the things that have gone on with us, Josh, our bass player, or Fatty, he recently got married about a year ago, and a couple months into marriage, his mother-in-law passed away. And she was a single mother of 4 teenage girls that Josh and his wife ended up becoming the legal guardians of. Less than a year into the marriage, having 4 teenage girls plopped into your lap is such a life-changing experience that, you look at something like that, and the way it impacted us as a band has been amazing. Everybody has rallied around the troops and supported, and there have been a lot of shows where we're like, hey man, you need to go home and we'll play without you. And everybody has really stepped up, and there's some family in the band too, and just kind of going through those moments where you see like, we still want to have a silly song like Jetpack Kicks on the record, which is about shoes that fly, and but we still also have some moments like When Everything's Changing, where we're talking about, needing something constant in our lives when it's spinning around us, and we're trying to grab something familiar and some sort of grounding. And I think this record has a wide variety on it that will hopefully appeal to a lot of different types of people.
You talked about being on tour and obviously growing up on tour. But speaking of tours themselves, this is an incredible tour that you guys are about to embark upon, starting, looks like September the 18th, the We Believe tour with Newsboys and Seventh Time Down. How did that all come about? That's going to be epic.
It is going to be epic. Yeah, we love the Newsboys. They have been in our lives and part of our lives in so many different ways over the years. Even some of us just growing up listening to them as youth group kids and going to see them play. But aside from that, even when they first came to America from Australia, needed a place to stay, and they stayed with the Olds brothers and their family for a while. And Crouton and Fatty and Soul Glo even interned at their studio in Nashville for several years in the past. And we've had a great time reconnecting with these guys. We played some shows in the Netherlands with them recently, and just had a great time hanging out. And Michael Tate is a character, dude. We cannot wait to hang with him.
Yes, he is.
And, I'm excited to hopefully, pick up some of the muscle that Duncan's got, man. I hope he'll share the wealth and his information and knowledge of fitness. So I'm a big fitness buff, so I'm excited about working out with him.
It sounds like it's going to be a good time. And we're excited because it's coming to our area. On October the 25th, you guys are going to be playing in Lima, Ohio at the Veterans Memorial Civic Center. So that's about an hour away from Toledo, hour and a half away from Toledo. So, yeah, a lot of people chomping at the bit to get out to that one.
Awesome. We can't wait. I love playing Ohio. And we have vivid memories of some Lima shows, so it'll be fun to get back there.
Absolutely. Let's get back to the record a little bit. You guys have got some fun stuff coming up with that. Well, number one, people can go online and stream it right now. I mean, from Amazon. So we've been listening.
Cool.
I think that started like a couple days ago, and can do that through the day before that you guys release the album, which is this coming Tuesday. So people can stream all the songs and stuff through Amazon and also pre-order it. So that's really cool.
Yeah, it's been fun for us. We're trying to exercise some self-control. Ironically, our new record's coming out, and we're in the studio right now, even recording new music. And every 5 minutes, we have to be like, "Hey, dude, put your Twitter away, man. Come on and sing this part." But we're all just sitting there being like, "This guy said he really likes it, and this guy said he likes Raised by Wolves," So we're all just kind of chomping at the bit to share the music, and it's been fun.
And then beyond that too, this is going to be some crazy funness here from what we've been seeing. Okay, so you've got this exclusive 1 hour live stream event on release day from YouTube Space LA. But leading up to that, okay, I'm going to let our listeners know what's going on with this, and then, you chime in as far as how this is going to work. Okay, so it says that each member is going to be locked in a room designed specifically to suit each of their personalities. The only way for you guys to get out is for your fans to demand your favorite member. So you guys, people who like you specifically, and, Nate Addy and the rest of the guys, basically demanding that you be unlocked through various social media actions. And it's saying that the more that they tweet, post, and share socially about their favorite band member, the sooner the band member is unlocked. And then once you guys are unlocked, you guys will be reunited. There's going to be a question and answer session and a big old party. So how did that idea come up, and what's your room going to be like?
Well, that's what I'm excited to see. I don't know. I know it's things I normally gravitate toward, but we'll see how creative the YouTube people are. But I love Georgia football. I would hope that there's something related to that in there. I love 80s hair metal bands and new wave bands, so maybe there's a Van Halen poster or a Tears for Fears record or something in there. But, fitness, like we kind of mentioned, and I don't know, what else? I love film scores. I love Wes Anderson movies. I love a lot of different fun things that I'm hoping they have some fun elements in there. And I also really enjoy rock climbing, but when we started to apply for life insurance, I realized that maybe that's a habit that I might need to not do anymore. So I don't know if maybe they'll include some rock climbing stuff in there, or
I'm going to give you a climbing wall.
And that'd be sweet. That'd be awesome. So I don't know what this room's going to look like, but I cannot wait to see it.
Oh, and, so you guys have no idea.
No, they asked us to kind of fill out some basic questions about what we like and what we do with our hobbies and everything, and I guess they're going to build it around there. So judging from the sounds of things, it sounds like getting liberated from this room might not even be that great of a thing. I might want to stay in there for a little while, It seems like a cool place.
Uh-oh. Yeah, and if fans want to check that out to see the progress, they can go to your website at FamilyForce5.com. And once again, we're talking to Derek. You guys know him as Chapstick from Family Force 5, a brand new album, Time Stands Still, coming out this coming Tuesday on the 5th. Hey, Derek, is there anything else that you want to let fans know, listeners know, before we let you go?
Oh, man. I think in general, we're really having fun on YouTube also with the Berserk video that came out. It's just awesome to see everybody's feedback about that. And we got to smash all this great stuff in a white porcelain room with baseball bats and pitchforks and everything. So that was really one of those moments where you're like, man, I wish I could do this more often. I want to smash things all the time. It's fun.
I tell you what, yeah. KB, the look on his face when you guys handed him the bat in the video was priceless. Because he's got this look like, oh yeah, I'm about to rain down, baby.
Yeah, dude. Well, I can imagine if I put myself in his shoes. I was like, this poor guy's been sitting around all day while we're having fun destroying things, and he's probably just eating granola bars in the green room. So I would hope that that was a moment that he got excited about.
How did you guys get hooked up with him?
Well, we've been friends with a lot of guys in the 116 group for a while. I mean, we toured with Tadashi and really got close with him, and he did an amazing guest rap on Chainsaw, and Lecrae also did an absurdly good job on Cray Button doing his guest rap. And so through those guys, we kind of learned about KB, and we were like, man, this guy's amazing. We'd love to have him be involved with this song. So we reached out, and he totally got it. We were sitting there kind of talking about styles of, the flow that we wanted, and he totally nailed it and sent over some, I guess his first round expecting us to be like, okay, tweak this and tweak this. Like, we're really picky, and we do that a lot about things, but we got his, and we were like, man, that's great. We don't need to change anything. So it was awesome, and really fun having him be involved. He's a joy to be around.
Once again, talking to Derek, Miss Chapstick, Family Force 5. New album comes out on Tuesday. Before we let you go, one more quick question. Song that we got a hold of within the last week, Glow in the Dark. Can you let us know a little bit about that song before we let you go? Because we're going to go into that.
Sure. That was one of the first songs we did for the album. We recorded that on tour, actually, in the bus, and had a really great experience with that one. It was just, it's got this big paradigm in it where it's very moody and pretty, actually, at first, with this kind of melodic line, and then once it hits the drop, it just becomes a monster and a big classic Family Force 5 banger with the really detuned guitar and the glitchy kind of electronic feel. And we've been playing it live, and fans are really enjoying that song. And there's a very, very big moment for us attached to that was when we first decided to have Cruton become the lead vocalist. As we were moving forward with the new direction of this lineup, and I remember that was the first song that we got back that Jacob had sung on, and we just sat there and we were like, hey, this might actually work. We were in a really tough place where we were just kind of even wondering if we wanted to keep the band going or shift gears and find new careers for our lives. But once we heard that one, we all kind of called each other, and we were like, are you thinking what I'm thinking? And we're like, yeah, that sounds great. So it was a very special moment for us to hear that, and it's definitely one that we're really enjoying playing live right now.
Well, thanks so much, Derek, for hanging out with us and sharing with us. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in October, and have fun in your room. I'm hoping it's everything that you dreamed it would be.
Thank you. I am dreaming about it, so it's got a lot to live up to, but I am excited to. So thank you so much.
Yes FM.